She's a diva with a destiny. Got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with a Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Hey. Table Talk with a Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in.
Well, great evening, and welcome to Table Talk with the Diva. I am your host, Kiera Collins, time two, that is. I'm the Diva, and I'm so excited and delighted to be here at the table with these beautiful women today. So I want you to get your girlfriends, tag them, share, tell them to get on, because we have the amazing women of purpose, women of vision on the platform this evening, and we are so excited. I have missed you guys. I was looking forward to being here on last Thursday, but because my grand blessing was born, God, so we had to reschedule. And nevertheless, my amazing hosts, the ladies that are sharing the platform with me today are here. Then that would be Wylanda, correction, Nero Anderson, and the fabulous Priscilla, long name, Lacosta. You're going to correct me. Give me that last name, Mama.
Levi Count.
Okay, she just got that straight. So y'all better be ready for her. But anywho, it is such an amazing, thriving, thankful Thursday. And I know that you're excited about being on the platform and just being here today. God has been so good to us, and we have absolutely nothing to complain about. And as my dad always said, it does no good. No one wants to hear it. So I do it, So we're excited on today. So welcome to Table Talk. Now, don't forget to get Mama Nam, Pookie, Ray Ray, all them. I need them all at the table, because we're going to talk about, we have a very important topic about breast cancer. And everybody knows that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So definitely, if you don't know these two ladies who are survivors and thriving still every day, that God has breathed the breath of life inside of them, then if you don't know them, then you know someone that has been challenged with breast cancer, that horrible disease that has maybe harmed your family and loved ones. So on today, we are excited. So let me introduce again, well, not introduce, but Miss Wylanda, how are you today? I'm going to have fun using your name. I like that. White.
I'm blessed.
Awesome, and amazing. Priscilla, how are you?
I am blessed and highly favored as well.
Oh, Sarah, I'm loving and loving it. I love it. Awesome. Well, they are blessed and highly favored of the Lord, and walking with him. And so we are so honored today. I am just so thankful. And let me say again, thank you for your yes. Not only, but yes to me, to this platform, to Table Talk, but yes to God. And so once we give our yes to God, I believe you ladies are like me. We've given God our yes, and there is absolutely nothing we will do to turn back. He's been too good. So we're going to move right along today. We always do an icebreaker, guys. Y'all already know. So I'm going to give you ladies, I'll give you 2 words today. We'll do 2. I'm going to give you 2 words, and whatever I give you, you give me a word. Whatever comes up, comes out. There is no right or wrong answer. It is simply your word. So I will say, for Priscilla, I think I'm going to give you strategic.
Analytical.
This one right here, Yolanda, what we gonna do with her? I'm loving that, honey. Ooh, Lordy. Okay, analytical, baby. All right, Miss Yolanda. Unity.
Oneness.
Right now, watch yourself. Y'all got some heat for me too, baby. I'm loving it. Loving. I'm making my notes here. Y'all know I don't do it as fast, but I get it done. I'm that woman. I'll get it done. I might do a little bit slower. All right, oneness and analytical. Lord, I'm just done. Okay, second word, Yolanda, destiny.
Destiny. Faith.
Fate.
Faith.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm hearing you are saying faith or fate.
Faith. Faith.
That faith. Okay. I want to make sure. All right. And for you, Priscilla, let's go with vision.
Purpose.
Come on. All right. Recap, ladies and gentlemen. Recap. Make sure you get your mamas and your sisters at the table. Pull up a chair. There's room at the table for you, and you. So I need them to come on because we're about to get this conversation started. But for the icebreaker, I gave Miss Priscilla strategic. And of course, Priscilla gave me analytical. My God, Brittany just want to twirl my hair. Oh my God, nothing yet. And Yolanda, I gave her unity, and she says with a straight face, oneness, like what you want. Now what? Okay, loving it. Second word was destiny for Yolanda, and Yolanda said faith. Love it. And last but not least, Yolanda, Priscilla's word was vision. No, I gave her vision, and she gave me purpose. Now, I always do the icebreaker simply because words are important. And so, yes, I say this every Table Talk episode because words are important. So we must be very mindful of what we're thinking, because our thoughts become things and things become our reality. And so words, the word of God tells us to be mindful again, because there's power in our tongue. So we speak life, not death. And I choose life, and I'm sure that you do as well. So yes, words are important. So we are learning and living every day as we evolve as women of purpose and women of destiny, how important it is to frame our world with our words, because we don't want to rock around. Oh, my back is killing me. Oh, my head is killing me. Well, keep speaking that, and guess what's going to happen? I think you're going to get what you wish. You're going to get what you want. So words are important. What do you think, ladies? What's your take on speaking life? Yolanda? Did we freeze up? Did you hear me, Yolanda? Okay.
She's frozen.
Okay. Uh-oh.
And you.
So what's your take on words, Yolanda? Priscilla, I'm sorry.
Okay, what's my take on
speaking
words?
on words? How important are words to you?
Very important. Life itself is very important. So words is whatever you choose and however you're being guided, you will use many of those words to get where you're going, including if you want to be an encourager, you're going to encourage someone with lots of positivity and words.
Yes.
It takes everything that you want to do. You're going to have to use words. So it's very important to have faith. You're going to have to walk in the word and words. It's important.
It's important. All right. Oh my God. I hope we can get Yolanda back. Oh my goodness. We know this is going to be a positive and powerful show. I'm not going to get frustrated. So we're going to move along. I pray she's going to pop back up. Okay, Lord, I see her. Let me get, got to get some help. I see you, Yolanda. Let me get my daughter. Y'all got to understand, I am working alone today. I have my daughter here, and she's going to have to come help her mama out because I cannot get my guests back on. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Let me tell her, come in. All righty. We're going to get her back in. I see her down below. So these healthy eyes. My guest just dropped. I need you to pop her back in. She's ready. Thank you. Thank you. She's coming. All righty. We're going to get
Okay.
rolling. Awesome. 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 So the devil didn't stop anything. The distraction,
Nothing.
the delay was not a denial. So God is going to do this. She's down there waiting.
Amen. There she is.
There you are. He thought he did something, but he is so defeated, and God is exalted. All right, your take really quickly on how important words are to you, Yolanda.
Words are very important. I don't allow no one to speak negative
Come on.
into my life, because those words take root and they produce and begin to grow. So anytime somebody tell me anything, I tell them I uproot that right now if I don't agree.
What you say? I love it.
That's awesome.
Uprooted. I love that. I'm going to use that one.
Yes.
I love that. All right. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is a conversation between sisters collaborating to conquer the gap. And so we want to share. They are here on the platform, excited and delighted to share a part of their journey, because we can't share it all, of course, tonight. But talking about breast cancer, a very, very important conversation that needs to be had. They can talk about possibly things before they were diagnosed with it. And I don't know if there were symptoms, there were signs. I just want you ladies to share. First of all, Yolanda, I'll let you start. If you can tell me, when were you diagnosed with breast cancer?
I was diagnosed in actually on my birthday. I had my mammogram done.
Okay.
Wow.
In 2014. And on March the 1st, they called me back and told me that I was that I had breast cancer and that needs to come in.
My God. So how many years, how long did that your journey last? And we'll go back with some questions, but how long did you have to endure?
I did 8 rounds of chemo, and I was supposed to do 31 rounds of radiation, but I ended up doing 21 rounds of radiation.
Okay. And you, Priscilla, when were you diagnosed, and how long was your journey for the treatment?
I was diagnosed in September of 2012. And it was only 3 months after I had gotten married again.
Oh my God.
And so it was quite challenging.
Sure.
And so I am a 9-year cancer survivor.
Yeah.
And I know and notice that everybody is different in their treatments according to their type of cancer or the extent of the cancer. I had a 2-centimeter lump in my left breast.
Okay.
And it had already transferred to the lymph nodes. So therefore, I'm a stage 2 breast cancer survivor.
My God.
And I had chemotherapy every Friday for 6 months.
My God.
Then I had surgery to remove the lump.
Okay.
And then I had 12 weeks of radiation therapy.
My God.
So it was very different from a lot of people, but there again, like I say, everybody is different.
Absolutely.
It depends on where you are and what extent is the cancer and where the cancer is and how far it's gone.
Right. Okay.
And some of us are fortunate not to even have anything except just a removal of a lump, or some people have only just had radiation.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I was not one of them. I had it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amen. Well, you don't look like what you've been through. You don't look like what you've been through. So let me ask you both, what were some of the signs, or did you have any notice? Like Yolanda said, she went and got a mammogram, and then they called back and say, you need to come in. So prior to that, were you experiencing anything at all in your health that you noticed, Yolanda?
No, I actually I've been taking my mammograms for 5 years prior before. So I didn't expect anything. There was no sign.
Wow.
My cancer was 2 centimeters also. It's just like an ink pen drop. That's how little it was.
Wow.
But as little as it was, like Priscilla said, mine had already spread to my lip noise under my right arm.
My Lord.
And so that what made me a stage 2 also.
My God.
Yes.
Wow.
But no signs, no lumps or anything.
So either you do like normal breast checks. I know you went to get the mammogram like I do, but do you do the normal breast exam, for yourself?
Yeah, but as small as it was, you wouldn't have been able to feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, had I not had the mammogram.
My God, my God, my God. And I will say my best friend, just her anniversary was 3 years this past March, and she got sick in January. But she was just hurting. She just kept saying she's hurting, but it wasn't. They thought at first it was breast cancer, but it was actually stage 4 lung cancer. But the lumps and things that she experienced, because she said, when are you getting here? And we went. I got there, and to be able to feel it, and I'm thinking to myself, I said to her, how could you have not notice or feel anything? And what she said, I didn't. It's like it was all of a sudden kind of thing. So I was just wondering, for you all, because again, hers was lung cancer, but she was hurting in her body just everywhere. She had a lot of pain. She wasn't like sick with nausea or anything but she had a lot of pain in her back. And then she said she discovered the lump in her breast. So, wow, my God. So what are some of the, when you said the treatment, what are some things that you could not have? I know what my dad went through, lung cancer and prostate cancer, and I know it's all different. So what are some things like he couldn't maybe eat certain things, or did you lose your taste and smell either of you, or what are some of the things that you can recall that was a little different, or not a little different, but difficult during the journey? Priscilla,
I'm going to try it. I'm looking for my cord. I thought my husband would bring my cord because my battery is going down.
are you froze?
No, I'm not frozen.
Oh, I thought she froze.
Okay. You can hear me, right?
We can.
Okay. So what was going on with me is that I had certain therapy care that my husband and I decided to do. And what we did is I was on a certain diet. I watched what I ate.
Okay.
And I also was on a regimen of eating. You can still hear me?
Yeah, I have a feedback just now. Sure. Okay.
Okay. I watched what I ate. And we also did a lot of supplements that would help me to restore what the chemo was taking out.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's very important. What you put in your body is very important so that you can get good results.
Right.
Because cancer is the bad cells, and they give you chemo. Chemo do both. It takes out the bad cells and it also takes out the good cells.
Good cells, yes.
So you're going to have to get it back by restoring it yourself in your food intake and your supplements.
Okay. Wow. My God. And you, Yolanda, did you do the same thing?
No. Well, I didn't. No, they told me they told me that I was going to lose my appetite and I would be nauseous and vomiting, and I was completely the opposite.
Really?
When I received my treatment after 8 weeks, I left and I went to Bertha's. I went to Applebee's, was on Rivers Avenue, and so my first 4 treatments, I was normal. I didn't really start to get the real effect until my 5th treatment. That's because they changed my medicine which
Okay.
causes a lot of bone pain. And that's when I really feel, that's when I found out that when they said cancer kick your butt,
Oh my.
that
It
was
does.
my kicking butt.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, y'all. Ooh,
Well, you know what? I want everybody to know, just like Wylonda had that experience. And it also depends on where you are once you find out you have the cancer.
Okay.
Because by the time I got the cancer, I was a diabetic patient. So when they gave me the chemo, I was like Wylonda. My husband and my girlfriend would take me wherever I wanted to go after the treatment. By 5 o'clock, I was being rolled out, and I pick a restaurant to eat in. Well, that only lasted maybe 3 to 4 times.
Okay.
And after that, I got thrash. You know how the babies get thrash in the mouth, and you can't drink or eat. Well, I got that, and the only thing I could drink was smoothies and water. I had gone 9 days without eating.
Oh my.
Because I had thrash,
Mm-hmm.
and the meds they were giving me. Sometimes I went 6 days, sometimes I went 7 days, and sometimes the max I went was 9 days without eating because I had thrash. I couldn't really talk. So my husband and my son really kind of like enjoyed that. They didn't really want to say so, but I was writing on a notepad.
I'm sure you did. Oh my God, they gonna say hide the paper and hide the peas.
But it really kicked my butt. It was chemo. I was down and out. I couldn't talk, and it's a mindset. You had to make yourself do things. I made myself get up and do things. Other than that, I would have laid in the bed.
The bed will suck you in.
And it will suck you in. And I was taught that. So I insist on getting up. I've even made myself go to work. May it be, I didn't get there sometime till 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever, but I got there.
You got there. You pushed, you endured and went on through.
I sure did. Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is amazing. I just, I'm like lost for words because like you hear so many different things and everybody's not really detailed. They just said, oh, I had cancer and I lost my hair. Or another girlfriend I had on last year, Valerie Cobb. Valerie Cobb actually had her breasts removed. So, and she, she has where they did the, what do you call them? They did I don't want to say implants.
Reconstruction?
The reconstruction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she had it removed and, she came on and she brought the bras and talked about the bra and how important it is. And it was really, really good. So, I mean, I was just like blown away because it just looks like it looks like it's normal, from her clothing area, but for her to be that intimate and share, I just simply applaud you all for doing so because this has to be. So where was your mindset was going through this? What did you think? Did you felt like you weren't going to make it at any point, at some point, maybe in the beginning or in the middle? I mean, what was the mindset?
Okay, for me, mine was a little different because prior to me being diagnosed with the breast cancer, I had just lost my mom 4 months prior. So when they told me that I had cancer, I heard them, but I didn't because I was so buried in grief. Even when I went for an appointment, they said, okay, you ready? We having surgery. I said, surgery? And it was like, did you not hear we said you had cancer? I said, well, no one even know I'm here. So I had to reschedule my surgery so I could inform my husband and my aunt and let them know what was going on.
Wow.
And even with me going through the treatments, I always tell people don't understand it, but I said that cancer came at a point in my life when had it not come after I was dealing with my mom, I'm afraid I don't know how the situation would have turned out because I'm a person that can't deal with pain. Okay. So I was so buried in grief, I wasn't even worrying about all that I was going through and all the pain I was going through. And like I said, when I got to my 5th treatment, that's when the cancer really started to kick my butt. And it was because it caused a lot of pain. I couldn't even stand covers on my legs. I couldn't stand on my feet or anything. And one time, I remember even one time saying, I can't do this no more.
Lord Jesus.
And I call out to my mom. I said, I can't take this no more. I can't do it. And I heard my mom's voice, one of my 6 treatments, clear as day. She says, get yourself together. I didn't raise you like that. Those words became life to me. And that became my turning point, because at that time I couldn't even get out the bed. I literally, I crawled out my bed to the bathroom. I was determined not to let my family help me no more. I had to crawl down 22 steps on my hands and knees to try to get me something to eat, because I was in the house by myself and I didn't want no help. And when I got to the bottom of the steps, I sat about 20 minutes because I had to catch my breath. And I would get enough strength just to stand on my legs to open up a can of chicken noodle soup, throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I sat on my kitchen floor like a 2 years old Indian style and ate that soup. And until I got strength enough to crawl back up the steps. And when I got back up in the bed, I raised my hand and said, thank you, Lord. I was able to feed myself this morning.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
My God. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yes. Oh, no. Yes.
That's. I don't know how people can hear your testimonies and just like not want to do better. You know what I'm saying? Not just it's like, how do you hear this? I have my testimonies, and so diabetes is something serious, as you know, as well.
Yes, it is.
You talk about crawling and just needing to go. Oh Lord, girl. Yeah. So Priscilla, I'm scared for you to share too, Lord.
Well, get ready. And like Wylonda said, because it's similar, but it's in a different aspect, and that's how good God is, because He treats all of His children the way they need to be treated.
Yes, He does.
And that's what I want to say, because Wylonda went through it when she needed to go through it. Exactly. Since it was already a decision for us to be a cancer survivor. Absolutely. That's what I want to say. So about a year prior to me being diagnosed, I was already, and probably I'm a co-founder of the healing ministry at church.
Okay.
But for a full year into our healing ministry, we were going into maybe the 5th year. Okay. But for that full year, every devotion I got, y'all, every morning related to healing and related to being sick and God healing them. So when I got diagnosed, I knew it was something that had not everything to do with me, but everything to do with what God was going to do through me.
Say that. Come on.
So I felt bad about the fact that I'm like, God, where are you going with this? Where are you going with this? Because I think I've done what you've asked me to do. And then my son even said, well, Mom, don't you have enough testimonies for you to have to go through cancer? He was devastated. But I ended up seeing the difference. And what he was saying, it's not all about you. Absolutely. So you're going to have to walk through this. And I'm telling you, going through the cancer steps in my life, and the people in your circle, the awesome people God had, everybody you've, I'm sure Wylonda can agree to this. Everybody that you've dealt with in a spiritual realm and family and friends are the ones that pulled you through. Yes. They're going to make sure you eat. They're going to make sure your appointments are, you're at your appointments and what have you.
Yes.
But God made sure that I was in order. I was completely in order. So while Londa had to deal with the grief, I had to deal with the fact that it was not all about me.
Absolutely.
God was bringing other people through me.
Yes.
So we both stood as an example of what a serious cancer warrior was all about, because we both knew God.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna add to this is I'm a strong advocate for cancer.
Yes.
I don't know why I was doing it. My mom always gave to the Cancer Foundation, but we didn't have family or anybody that died of cancer or was diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
So I was out here for 5 years before I was diagnosed, advocating for cancer. And
I knew.
I said,
Yes,
now,
me too.
I can't tell people I was advocating for something I had no knowledge of.
No knowledge.
Exactly.
So when I tell people right now, I said, you know, I says I'm out here now. When people come to me now, I'm able to share with them. I'm able to witness. I'm able to give them some things. And I tell them, I says, I have knowledge of it. Now I can say, because all before I was just raising money and just doing things and putting on the pink shirt and didn't know what was behind it.
Wow.
But now I truly know.
You know. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I was an advocate for breast cancer. Every year I would walk, and I knew people that had it. I prayed with them. I just knew, but I didn't have it. I was an advocate for their illness. But yes, I'm right with you, Walonda. I participated and I did everything. And then I said, look at this now. Here I am now having cancer.
At the beginning, when I finally come, I was upset. I was like, I'm out here working and helping raise the fund, and I get diagnosed with it.
How does this happen to me?
Yes. Why did that happen to me? Yes.
God, my God. And I can relate to a degree, and I say that because just saying how good God is, how strategic He is. I will say me and it was myself and 3 other women. And so I remember the Lord telling me in 2003, I want you to increase your prayer life. I want you to develop a strong prayer life. And I'm saying, well, Lord, I pray and I take my children to church, and even when my husband don't want to get up, I go and I take them, and I'm telling him all the things that I'm doing. And he said, no, I want you to develop a stronger prayer life.
Yes.
I don't know how to do that. So, and I have no shame in telling nobody, honey, when I don't know something, y'all better know my peer. She'll tell you, I don't know. I said, God, I don't know what to do.
Right.
And so I prayed and said, okay, who can help me? He gave me 3 names. I went to each one of those women and we prayed for 1 year, every Tuesday, Thursday morning at 5 a.m. And we read the book, Purpose Driven Life. In 2004, we started in 3-4. We did that for 1 year, and I'm sure 2 or 3 may be on here. They may be on because I can't see the comments or anybody at this time. But we were obedient. I shared what God had said to me, and they were like, "Well, let's do it." And we got up faithfully 5 o'clock every Tuesday, Thursday, and just had a blast, had a good time praying, empowering, reading, and we did that. So, long story short, when we got through, all 4 of us went through crazy storms. I was physically, spiritually, mentally dying. When I came through, they said, Miss Collins, you're going blind. Miss Collins, your kidneys are failing. Miss Collins, your gallbladder, everything. And I'm going, and marriage is in the graveyard at this time. I'm just like, oh my God, Lord, my baby's a little, and I'm telling God all this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what in the world's going on? So when God brought me through all of that, one went through cancer, which was Sister Carl. One went through another storm. The other Zelda, all 4 of us. And God said, what He shared with me was, had I not been obedient, had I not had an ear to hear Him,
right,
have been. So it's like he softened the blow. We still had to go through it, but all of us didn't smell like smoke. And so when you're talking, that's all I can hear is like, Lord, I thank you that, you know, like you said, you were doing things before the cancer, before the diagnosis.
Right.
But had no idea, just wanting to help and support family and friends and just people and just doing what you should do.
Yes.
Right.
And because of that, I believe that's how you two are standing. So I said, not just survive, but you're thriving. You just, y'all make cancer look like on the bottom of your shoe, baby. I am so honored to sit and just chat with you all. This is really helping me. Wow. My God. So now, and Priscilla, I know you, you participated in the Warrior Cancer, is it a pageant, Yolanda, that you do?
Yeah, for the last 4 years before the pandemic, we've had the Miss Cancer Warrior pageant. And this is our second year we're doing, because of the pandemic, we're doing the fashion show, Beating Breast Cancer on the Runway. Ooh, and even with the pageant, I was just amazed how God opened up the doors. Because at the first pageant, we were just all North Charleston, and as the years grew, we were crossing over to different counties. And by the time we got the third and fourth, we were in different states. They were coming from Virginia, Savannah, Atlanta, Texas, Pennsylvania.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
For a little pageant, I'm thinking it's a little pageant, but hey.
And we had, and every time Yolanda had it, because I'm on her foundation, I'm on the board, and it's amazing how God just uses her, because listen, a lot of us don't understand that it's enough room for everybody's vision and ideas.
That's right. Come on.
And when you see somebody doing something as great as what Yolanda has done, it is important to support and take care and know that it's God. Because nobody else could give her such an idea or vision as God, and then he clears the way for her. I am just like more than honored, because she's a couple of years behind me as far as being a survivor. But I was just honored to come and run with her, and because I can see the realness and what God has given her. And I mean, everything she does, and I think I've told Yolanda this, everything that she does, and it's given to her by God, turns into gold. You know how you hear about the Midas touch? I've told her she has the Midas touch. And she has the Midas touch because God gave it to her.
That's right.
And it's enough room for everybody. And I said that, but I really wanted to say, because it reminded me when Yolanda said about Texas and Georgia and everything else. Every time she has something with the Cancer Warriors, because that's what we are called now by her foundation, every time she has something, we form a bond with other people that are cancer survivors that we would have ordinarily never met.
That's right.
And it is just so awesome to have them, because we do have one thing in common. We're cancer survivors.
Come on now.
And we're still surviving, and we also have seen some people not make it, but they've made it. They have had the victory, because if you're living for God, then you're planning on making it to see God. So I just wanted to say that about the Cancer Warrior Foundation. Sometimes it's really easy for someone else. It's really easy to hear the chairperson, but now you can listen to somebody that's actually on the board and believe in everything that she does.
Come on now.
And only God could have given it to her. And that's what I really want to say.
My God, that is absolutely beautiful. I love, love, love how you are paying homage to her for her work. And like you said, because you recognize that it is God. It is God. And so I am so grateful also for you having an ear to hear and being led by God to do it. Because like you said, so some things that I do, I say, honey, I'm not that smart. I can't think about it. I can just make this up. It's like, girl, I know when God is speaking to me, it's like, well, how you know? This is all God. And absolutely none of me. Has nothing to do with me. I'm just that little vessel he chose and said, this is what I want you to do. And God, whatever you want. Whatever you want. I am so excited for you both. So now, how often now with being a survivor, how often do you get checked? Because I was told some people maybe go twice a year, some may have to go a couple of times a year, or just every year. How does it work for either one of you? Please take the liberty.
It's imperative to be your own advocate. Okay. I want to say that because I've always stressed that ever since I became a survivor, because I was always my own advocate. And I weigh the costs. I pray about it and I weigh the costs. So I say that to say, actually today is the day that I had my annual mammogram. And all is well, thank God.
It's well.
Thank you, Jesus.
And I have an ultrasound in the next 6 months. So I have an ultrasound once a year, and then I have my annual mammogram once a year. And that's because I was detected within 1 year to the next. I had a mammogram, and then the very next year, I was already at stage 2 cancer. So my doctor said, to be on the safe side, we're going to do an ultrasound, and within 6 months, and then the mammogram within 6 months, and both of them is within a year. Initially, he had wanted me to do the MRI. I did the MRI last year, and then he turns around and said, the radiologist wants you to do an ultrasound. Listen, it's important to think about you and think about what all you have to go through. So I asked him, what is the difference? Because an MRI I thought was supposed to be more detailed. I've spent all of this time, you've given me contrast. It's annoying, for you to go through this and they say you're benign. And then all of a sudden they call you and say, you got to have an ultrasound. So I asked him, which one is the best? So he said, well, you do not have to have the MRI, because initially he had talked about an MRI every year. I'm not doing that. An MRI is more extent and a little more, the dye, the contrast, you have to just be more careful with yourself. And no, you're not doing an MRI on me every year. So he opted to do an ultrasound, which he admitted to me was more detailed. Okay. So that's why I ended up this year having only the ultrasound on both breasts, and then my regular mammogram. So I had to say that,
And I do
when it's needed.
And I do the same thing. I do a regular mammogram, and I also do the ultrasound, because ultrasound can read more than a mammogram. And as a breast cancer survivor, I'm not going to tell you, when you go for your mammograms or ultrasound, you don't feel nervous, especially when they're taking a little long, what's going on? And your mind starts to go everywhere, and they'll come back and say, you gotta run another test. And I'd be like, oh no, what you see is scar tissue. I said, I can tell you that scar tissue is what you're seeing. My doctor tell me it is. And they go, well, we just have to check it out. And I'd be like, okay. And I start sitting in that room, and I said, Deborah, you's a liar. No, you ain't gonna steal my joy. You ain't putting
right.
Yes.
You have to start talking and praying to yourself.
That
It
is
was
funny.
lady,
Yes,
I did my
yes.
ultrasound, and the lady, I was laying on it, and the lady was like, "Well, I said, you can look all you want." I said, "But honey, you're not gonna find anything." I said, "By the stripes I'm healed." That lady said, "Honey, you was praying up a storm up in there." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I know you
Absolutely.
take care of me."
I know that's right. I told
She is
Priscilla.
right. Yes, that anxiety will get you in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And yeah, what started the MRI and the ultrasound for me is that when I went for my mammogram, because they were still doing it, and when
Okay.
I went to my mammogram, that's when they came back like 2 or 3 times. I said, "Oh, wait a minute here now." And they did the mammogram 3 times. I said, "What breast is it?" And
I
she
know
said,
that's
"It's the right breast." I said, "That breast was benign. I had a
Yes.
biopsy done to that breast, and the devil is a liar.
Yes, he
Everything is fine. So if y'all can do this ultrasound, and you can do this mammogram for about 5 more times, but it is okay."
It is
So
okay.
after the 3rd time, she came back and said everything was fine, and that's when the doctor started the MRI and then the ultrasound.
That is the worst appointment. I hate. And as I shared with you earlier today, I went August 24th. I didn't get my results because they kept saying, "Well, you have, fatty tissue." So they always send me out. Well, this time they said they checked it. I can come back to my regular OBGYN and get it. So I went there. Then they said, "Oh, we're waiting on the results from the prior year so we can compare." I'm like, okay. And normally within 2-3 days, you get a little plain envelope in the mail and it's in there. Well, nothing. The next week, nothing. I'm calling like, okay, what's going on? Because I don't have my results. So I was getting my husband's like, okay, just calm down. I said, no, calm down. They need to let me know something. It took almost a month. It was more than 3 weeks. And we went to, I had it originally before, and they were saying, "Oh, it was my misspell of my name." I said, no. Then I called my doctor and she said, "Well, we're waiting on them." But they were just everybody playing cat and dog, just like shooting the blame. Well, they got it, but I don't know what happened to it. I'm just like, y'all better tell me something, because you talking about an angry sister. So you're just waiting because I was on fence. Really going on, because I don't have a history of breast cancer in my family. So I've had my mammogram, oh God, since I was 40. And 11 years, I've never had no problems, except they always send me out one scare, but that was it. So I was like, okay, what's happening now? What's happening? So I can't imagine waiting and then getting the diagnosis that you lady had to receive. And that's why I said, where was your mindset? Like once you heard that, the C word, it's like, oh my God.
And I was shocked. I was shocked because there was my great grandmother raised me. Right. So I knew the history of all of our medical issues as a woman. Okay. And nobody had breast cancer. Yeah. I was the only one out of all the ladies on my mom's side. And that really was surprising. Right. But you don't have to have a history. No, you don't. Not anymore. And everybody needs to realize that you got to go by just yourself.
Yes. Wow. Well, this has been really, really informative. So I will ask you both if there is one thing that you could say to the viewers, or someone out there, to inspire a woman concerning the journey that you've had to endure. What would it be as far as taking precautions or your diet or whatever? I don't know if there's one thing that you could share or just encourage them to do. This is what, that I'd like you to do that. Yolanda, you can go, and then Priscilla, you go. But I think
Priscilla says, the one most important thing is be your own advocate.
Come on.
You have to go and research for yourself. There's no two people that's the same. You'll read on the internet or what somebody else, because what I experienced might be totally different than what you experienced. This is a personal thing between you and God. You got to know God. Honey, you're going to have to know God to go through this journey here. Yeah. Because there's only going to be a time with just you and God. When you're on your back, all you can do is look up. And there was times I couldn't even had words, but I was so grateful that I had those words in my heart that I could say them. And I played a lot of meditation songs that
Yes.
carried me through my day. And
Yes,
my number
yes.
one is
Mhm.
Crystal Brown Hayward, all her song. You can weather the storm. That song took me through, and for your
Yes,
glory. That
yes.
song ministered to me day and night. I
Mhm.
played all in my sleep.
My God, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, you got to know him.
You gotta
My
know.
God. Well, I thank you so much. This has been a blessing. And so, Priscilla, if you would share your last remarks.
I would like to tell everybody to definitely check out what's important for you to be eating. Start eating healthy and start taking your supplements, your vitamin C, everything that they were saying to you about COVID. I didn't have to run out to the store and find it. It was something zinc and everything that they were saying you should be taking. I was already taking it. So I'm advising everybody to get on some kind of healthy eating habit, and then definitely be your own advocate.
Yeah.
If you find a lump, if you have some drainage, if you see a rare rash, do not hesitate to go to your doctor. Follow up, because you do not want to lose your life by not following up. Early detection is imperative for you to live. So, in order to save your life and be here for your family, have your mammograms, believe God, walk by faith and not by sight, and continue to do what needs to be done. If you happen to have cancer, at least you said, God, I've done my best. And he will do the rest.
Yes.
That's all I got to say.
I received that. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, you heard it here. And I will say really quickly, I forgot when you said about early detection. Now, years ago, my mom passed in 2015. And I remember a couple of years prior, she called me and she said that her breast was leaking. I said, well, leaking? I said, well, your baby is 40 plus years old. What? And she said, I don't know. Could it be milk? I said, no, there can't be no milk. Something is going on. So I called the doctor. We got it, and they said she had precancer cells. So the doctor said, thank God for early detection. She said, so I'm so glad your daughter responded, because it would have went, further. Right. And so I'm so grateful for that. So that is, as you said, you both said, early detection is important, and just paying attention to your body and not just blowing it off. And she's like, well, it's no big deal. Because again, she up in age, and she said, well, it was leaking, but it just did it for a minute, and then it stopped. And I was like, no, Mom, we need to know what that is. No,
exactly.
70 plus years old. What? No, ma'am. And sure enough, she said it was precancer cells. So wow, early detection definitely saved her life. From that part. So I am so grateful. This has been such a blessing to share. So I need you also to leave your social media. Don't want to forget, because I know there are plenty of women that will need to reach out. And so the pageant. So you take them from anywhere, as long as they meet the requirements and whatever. Yeah. If you can tell them what it is that they need to do to reach out to you to possibly participate.
We have a Facebook page. It's called the Miss Cancer Warrior on Facebook, or you can go to my name, Yolanda Nera Anderson. Leave us a message. My phone number is on both pages. Okay. This Sunday, we will have our Miss Cancer Warrior beating breast cancer on the runway. Priscilla will be one of our models. We have 11 ladies that will be modeling.
Yes.
5 different scenes. I haven't said it yet, but we are completely sold out for the show.
What a blessing.
So we will also be doing it live.
That is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know what exactly being I'm not a cancer survivor, but at some point I don't know what it is that I may can do besides donate. I would love to donate, but definitely if there's something that I could put my hands to assist in any way, I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that. So
Yes.
I'm not sure, but I'll talk to you about that because I'm always
Yes.
willing to help and jump in and just
Yes.
do something and learn. So that's good for me. Well, all right, ladies, it has been awesome. Thank you so much. And you have the social media pages and go to it if you want to participate in the Miss Cancer Warrior pageant. But I'm going to be looking for it. You said Sunday at what time can we catch it?
It's the pageant is actually starts at 4:30.
At 4:30.
Yes,
This
it's going to be on YouTube. So you just look for Miss Cancer Warrior on YouTube, or it's going to be on my Facebook page, and I'll have a share.
All right. Well, I love you, ladies. Have an amazing night. This has been
All right.
informative. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you for inviting me.
Always, absolutely love you, ladies. So
Okay.
thank you, guys. And this is it for Table Talk for the month. We're getting ready for holidays, and we're excited. So we're going to do our thing, but I'll see you next month, same time, same place. I am the Diva, and I'm always chasing after you. Thank you for tuning in to Table Talk with the Diva.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Right.
you.
Good
Bye-bye.
night, Night.
Bye.
She's the diva with a destiny. Got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Hey. Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey.